Hello everybody. I love to talk about obesity. It does not need a medical definition. Just stand in front of the mirror and you see you're obese you are. Its correction requires behavioral modification, diet and exercise, which are not generally part of prescription medicines. So if you really want to lose weight, it's good to have an idea of what this weight gain is all about. If you're still looking for numbers, then BMI is one way of expressing your weight in kg by your height in meters square, a relationship between your height and weight, and 25 is taken as a cutoff, or a height in centimeters minus 100. So somebody is 180 centimeters tall should be 80 kgs, 150 centimeters 50 kgs. Most of us between this 50 to 80 kgs. A better way to look at the excess weight is to look at the waist, because that is where the fat gets deposited, which is metabolically unfavorable. 80 centimeters in women and 90 centimeters in men. Take a look at the level of the navel. And what this excess fat does, it leads to insulin resistance and diabetes, which is one expression of it. But if we want to understand a greater metabolic representation of obesity, the metabolic syndrome captures that idea to a certain extent. It includes 5 components: high blood pressure, high blood sugar, your HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, low HDL, high triglyceride, and it accounts for your waist circumference, because it believes it's the total amount of fat which is around the waist, which is easily calculated by the waist circumference, which is unfavorable. And obesity is considered to be central to this metabolic syndrome. So all these could actually be outcomes of obesity, and correction of body weight may correct these parameters. We know that. The significance of metabolic syndrome is in terms of the increased risk of cardiovascular death. That is the whole idea. Other than the metabolic manifestations, obesity also has mechanical manifestations. You can have back pain, your postures are wrong, you have excessive weight bearing on your joints, so you develop osteoarthritis. A host of issues can emerge just because of the excess body weight. Why do we gain weight? All are born 3 kgs. What happens? We believe there is an energy mismatch. All the extra surplus energy that you acquired, which was not consumed or spent, is converted by the body into fat and deposited, especially around the abdomen, inside the abdomen. So when you do an ultrasound in these patients, you find fatty liver, fatty pancreas, fat all over the abdomen. That is a reflection of the bad fat which is deposited inside the abdomen. Normally, our constituent body, if you look at 10 to 20% of us are fat, and 50% is water, and the rest is bones and muscles and organs. Women have more fat than men comparatively, because they have greater deposition of fat on the buttocks, on the thighs, but they are not unhealthy. This is a very good example. A good example is also a sumo wrestler. They have deposition of fat under the skin, the subcutaneous fat. So it is believed they do not cause as much metabolic derangement as would happen when the fat is said to be inside, under the skin, not just below the skin, very deep to the skin. We call it the visceral fat. So how you accumulate fat and where you deposit it also determines how good or bad it is. When we put on weight, what we do is we put on 80% as fat and 20% as water. So when you put on 1 kg, 800 grams is fat and around 200 grams is water. So obese people, comparatively, they have greater amount of fat in their body as compared to other constituents. 1 gram of fat in terms of energy is 9 kilocalories. So 800 grams of fat is 7,200 kilocalories. If you just add on 7,200 kilocalories, you might be expected to put on 1 kg. Is it all so simple? Well, good to understand the idea of calories and how energy is converted into fat and how we burn it and cut down. But probably this is not how the body behaves, so simplified. I have been keeping at the same body weight for the last 10 years. Do I eat the same regulated food daily? No, it doesn't happen. My daily calorie intake would be maybe 1500 to 2000 calories. Just a little mismatch, maybe 500 calories a day. Or in 15 days I can become 1 kg extra. It doesn't happen, because the body has a very fine tuning to it. It probably tunes your metabolic rate, maybe through hunger or maybe by increasing or decreasing expenditure of energy or maybe changing your behavior. But the body really makes an effort to keep you at constant weight. If you really keep ignoring these signals for long and your energy surplus probably if it goes on for months and years altogether, you start putting on weight. Weight gain does not happen overnight. It has happened because of years and years of neglect. Somebody was 70 at a certain point of time and then became 80. And somebody at 80 became 90 and then 100. They went through all these stages, but probably they didn't look at the numbers at that point. So, reversal of the weight will also happen with time. Also, that is not going to happen overnight. So we know now the metabolic problems, the mechanical problems, and the other problem is of snoring. I take special interest because I treat patients with snoring and related disorders, and it's an excellent manifestation of the mechanical and metabolic issues combined. If you snore and you're obese, you have higher cardiovascular risks, and you should take an independent consultation for your snoring related issues. The idea here was to simplify obesity, simplify how you track it, like abdominal circumference roughly. If you're exercising and losing weight as fat, then maybe for every 2.5 to 3 kgs of weight loss, you will cut down an inch. When you exercise, you start putting a little bit of muscle bulk, maybe 2 to 3 kgs over 3 months. So even if you lose weight because of loss of fat, the overall weight loss may not be so much because you put on muscles, but it's a great idea. You can lose weight by losing body water. 50% of that is water. That is not healthy. That is what happens with starvation. We lose a lot of water compared to fat. Keep these numbers in mind because this might help you in planning to lose weight and understanding the importance of obesity in your metabolic health. It may not be as simple, but when we talk medically, we talk about only in terms of calories. Why do we put on weight and how we can lose weight? We will be discussing about how to approach weight loss by spending more, taking in less, and improving your metabolic health in another video.